After years of denial, one of the world's largest oil producers is acknowledging climate change for the first time, but now they face lawsuits accused of misleading the public about the dangers. Storm Team 9 meteorologist Max Claypool is here in the studio with more. Max.
Internal documents obtained by the Wall Street Journal show that ExxonMobil had been deceiving the public about fossil fuels, which is something that Harvard scientist Naomi Oreskes has known for decades. Her team reviewed hundreds of internal company documents that revealed Exxon scientists had predicted climate change with a shocking level of accuracy as far back as the 1970s.
And what we found was that approximately 80% of the private documents acknowledged in private that climate change was almost certainly going to happen, that it would do serious damage. We even find the word catastrophe used.
But in public, Exxon had a different message.
Proponents of the global warming theory say that higher levels of greenhouse gases, especially CO2, are causing world temperatures to rise and that burning fossil fuels is the reason. But scientific evidence remains inconclusive.
No, I'm afraid that the World Meteorological Organization is again just hyping the global warming issue.
Peter Kalmus is a NASA climate scientist. He's speaking on his own behalf here.
They've known that they were tanking the habitability of Earth irreversibly. They've known that since the 70s at least, and they've still made the choice at every opportunity to do that for their own profit. So I think those guys should be definitely in jail. We should be suing them.
Developing news tonight, California is now suing Big Oil, accusing the industry overall of knowing about the dangers of burning fossil fuels for decades while deceiving the public.
This last summer, we actually experienced what 1.5 degrees Celsius is maybe like. And it was awful. And it wasn't regional. It was across the board. You know, mega droughts, these weird atmospheric rivers appearing, followed by unprecedented hurricanes in California.
Environmental law is one of Dr. Hornstein's specialties.
Some of the increase in all of the above is attributable to these emissions.
The lawsuits are far from a slam dunk, says Hornstein, but are becoming increasingly credible. Mark Morano, on the other hand, who worked for the Bush administration, is highly skeptical.
Well, first of all, it's to demonize Exxon and oil. And second of all, it's a shakedown of money because you have lawsuits like in California and many other lawsuits, not specifically against Exxon, but against energy companies that basically say every time a bad weather event happens, the energy companies are responsible because they release CO2, which caused bad weather.
Exxon responded to our request for comment with the following statement. Debating the past may generate interesting headlines, but as we've said time and time again, climate change is real, and we have an entire business dedicated to reducing emissions, both our own and others. They went on to say that you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone doing as much as we are to develop and deploy lower carbon solutions that have a real sustainable impact. Max Claypool, Storm Team 9.